think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best stuff from jammed up. 25 to life in the can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. And that'll carry over the back line. To the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. To throw now on first down. Right side complete to Butler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by Butler over the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. set up a throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 7.
Set. Green 39.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here at this point.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Hey, flipper!
Play action now. Cousins. Throw right side going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
All right, now here we go. Oh. Here we go.
On first down, this is Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Able to find his running back, Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Third and short yardage, Cousins. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll check it down to Geis. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now a second down throw for Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go,
On the ground, Geis, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out now come the Redskins. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
Patriot! Gun!
Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
No. Check. Patriot!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Oh, a nice spin. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And here come the Redskins now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's 50, here we go. The hunt, Eddie. Let's 50, here we go.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's 50, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins dumps it off for Geis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's 50, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. 31 yards there and a first down.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Geis, they'll try to run it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They get it to him running left. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. To throw is Cousins. Hard throw, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set! Blue 90!
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
319!
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
They'll look to throw again. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to give it to Gordon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And out now come the Vikings. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Breaks the tackle now with Allen. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Second down, Cousins. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
This will be fielded at the 17. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Throwing is Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr. Coming on the blitz, he gets him for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though,
the pressure too great, And he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Now let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Cousins now on second down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. The result, a first down, as the quick slant gets him 14.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Watch 19, watch 19.
Here's Cousins. Fighting to stay upright. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Vikings on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. From the gun, here's Cousins. Flush to his right. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late.
And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 30 yards there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Vikings, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.